everyone, and welcome to today's tutorial. This video will be covering the first part of a series of videos on learning how to crochet for beginners. First, you will need a few tools. As you can see in this video, I'm using a worsted weight yarn. There are several different types of crochet hooks. There's all acrylic, there is acrylic with a plastic handle, aluminum, and aluminum with a soft grip handle. There's also bamboo and stainless steel. For this video, I'm going to be using the aluminum with soft grip handle, and I recommend starting with either a wooden or bamboo or an aluminum needle because they are the easiest to work with for someone who is just learning. When you buy yarn, every yarn has a label, and on that label there's a lot of good information. On the label you will find ounces and grams, the yards, and the meters. It will tell you the size of the yarn. This is a medium 4. It's a worsted weight acrylic yarn. It will tell you the needles or crochet hook size that's recommended for the particular yarn that you've chosen. And it will also give you the care for that yarn. This particular yarn is machine washable and dryable. I would pull several feet of yarn off of the ball so that it is easier to control your tension on your foundation. So to begin, we're going to make a slip knot. What you'll do is take the tail end of the yarn, wrap it over your forefinger and make an X. Pinch the tail between your middle finger and thumb. Then you will take the yarn that's attached to the ball, wrap it over your finger, pinch the yarn between your middle finger and thumb, take the back loop, pull it over the first loop, and you've made your slip knot. I'll show that again. There's so many different ways to make a slip knot. So you're going to wrap the tail over your finger, pinch the tail between your fingers and thumb, take the working yarn attached to your ball, wrap it over your finger the opposite direction, pinch that also between your fingers and thumb, take the back loop and pull it over the front loop. Ta-da! Slip knot. Then you will take your crochet hook and insert it in the loop and pull your slip knot against your crochet hook. Now there are several ways to hold your yarn. The way I hold it is I lay the yarn over my pinky, under my ring finger and middle finger, pull it over my forefinger, and pinch the work between my middle finger and thumb. I lay the yarn over my pinky, under my ring finger and middle finger, and over my forefinger, and pinch the work between my middle finger and thumb. Now there's two different ways that I generally see people holding their crochet hook. One is the knife grip, which is how you hold a knife when you're eating dinner, and the other is the pencil grip, which is how you hold a pencil. I use the knife grip, so I'm going to use today the way that I'm comfortable holding the yarn, but you should play around with it while you're practicing this foundation chain, and there's no right or wrong way, it's just what's comfortable for you. So once you have your yarn in a way that's comfortable for you, you're going to take your hook under the yarn, grab the yarn, and pull it through the loop. And when you wrap your hook under your yarn, that's called a yarn over. So we're going to yarn over the hook, pull the yarn through the loop. Yarn over and pull the yarn through the loop. Yarn over and pull the yarn through the loop. As you see, as you're making your chain, you're going to be you'll feel the yarn pull through your fingers, and you'll move your fingers and thumb up your work so that you can control your tension. So yarn over and pull the yarn through the loop. So now we have several chains that we've made, and as you can see, each chain forms a little V. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's keep going. You'll want to yarn over, pull the yarn through the loop, yarn over, pull the yarn through the loop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to go to 10. Yarn over, pull the yarn through the loop. Yarn over, pull the yarn through the loop. Yarn over, pull the yarn through the loop. So now you have 10 chains in your foundation chains. So a few things, what you want to do here is you're looking to have your tension so that your stitches are uniform. A few mistakes people make in the beginning is pulling too tightly on the loop so that you can't pass the crochet hook through easily. You want to make sure that there is enough space on that loop so that the head of your crochet hook can pass through the loop easily. And then another common mistake is having too much of a loop, which makes big gigantic chain stitches. And what will happen is when you go to work your first row of either single or double or crochet or whatever your pattern calls for, if your stitch is too tight, you won't be able to get the hook through it. And if your stitch is too loose, the next row will be very ununiform and you'll have big gaping holes. So I would recommend just continue practicing the chain stitch until you have really uniform looking stitches, and it's very normal for that to take a while. So I would recommend just making really long chains until you're comfortable with it and everything is very uniform looking. So next week we will be covering how to work the single crochet, and I will show you how to move on each row. If you like this video, don't forget to click the thumbs up button and subscribe and hit the little bell so you're notified for the next video. And thanks for tuning in. And until next week, make loops with love, and I will see ya.